When I found out I was pregnant with my first baby, the very first thing I did was hop onto Pinterest and start looking at nursery inspiration. And that was the last thing I needed to be doing. I think so many women find out they're pregnant and they get so excited about decorating the nursery, buying the baby clothes, and imagining life with their baby that they almost forget that there's one really important thing standing between them and that baby. And that's birth. And because birth can feel scary or overwhelming, it's really easy to put it off and think, I'm just going to deal with that later. But here's the thing. Birth preparation should not start in your third trimester. It can start right now in your first trimester. So in this video, I'm sharing the 7 things I'd start doing in the first trimester if I were pregnant again to prepare for a happier, healthier, and easier birth. The first thing is to begin taking a quality prenatal. Nutrient deficiencies are a massive contributor to pregnancy and birth complications. So one of the earliest and easiest things you can start doing to support a happier, healthier, and easier birth is to get a prenatal that will fill in the gaps of your diet. This is especially true if you are sick and nauseous in your first trimester and you're living off bread and crackers. The most complete prenatal that I love is Needed, but I know it's not in everyone's price range, so I've linked a few different options that I like down below. The second thing is to drink NOA tea. It contains nettle, oat straw, and alfalfa, which are herbs rich in vitamins and minerals that support mama's nutritional needs during pregnancy as she's sending so many of her nutrients to her baby. It has nutrients that can keep you hydrated, give you energy, reduce nausea, lower postpartum hemorrhage risk, and when you get into your second trimester and add in the raspberry leaf herb to make Nora tea, it can help strengthen your uterus in preparation for birth. The third thing is to envision the kind of birth you want. So many moms spend the first months of their pregnancy terrified because they think of birth as this awful, scary, painful experience. So if that's all you can envision for yourself, I want you to check out some of the birth videos that I linked below that I think will help you see what birth can look like. The fourth thing is to consider providers. Don't assume, like most first-time moms do, that the first provider that you see has to be the one that you see through your entire pregnancy. As you have your first appointments and as your pregnancy progresses, really pay close attention to how you feel after every appointment. Do you leave feeling informed? Do you feel heard? Do you feel more confident than when you first walked in? Or are you leaving with more questions than answers and feeling like the appointment was too short and you were overlooked? The relationship you build with your provider, it matters. And if you are low risk, this is also a really great time to look into whether midwifery care is available in your area. The fifth thing is to start exploring your birth location options. Where you give birth has a huge impact on your pregnancy care, your birth experience, and your birth outcomes. If you are a high-risk mama, a hospital is often the safest place to give birth. If you're low risk, a planned home birth is a great option to explore and is associated with lower rates of induction and C-sections and increased vaginal births and healthier outcomes for moms and babies. And if you feel like you're somewhere in the middle, a birth center might be the right place for you. The point isn't that one location is better than another. It's that your birth location should align with your health, your values, and the kind of birth you're hoping to have. And the earlier that you start thinking about that, the easier it is to choose a provider and prepare for the birth that you actually want. The sixth thing is to understand what's actually happening inside your body each week. One of the best ways to replace fear is with knowledge. And as your baby grows, your body is changing too. That's exactly why I created my free week-by-week pregnancy guide that walks you through things that you can do week by week to prepare for birth and ways that you can connect with your growing baby. I'll link that down below. And then lastly, number 7, start practicing nervous system regulation every single day. The first trimester, when you're feeling more tired, nauseous, and like you have less to give, is the perfect time to really start listening to your body, trusting that it's trying to tell you what it needs and responding in ways that move you out of stress and into a calm, regulated state. This is amazing birth practice. The more your body knows what it feels like to shift from stress into calm during pregnancy, the easier it becomes to access that state during labor. My favorite way to do this is through breath work, and I've linked a video up in the corner of this one that teaches you my favorite labor breathing technique, but it's a perfect one to use for everyday stress relief too. Mama, please don't wait until you're in your third trimester to start thinking about your birth. The earlier you start working through your fears and concerns and start working toward a positive and empowering birth, the more ready you will be for your birth when it arrives. And it'll mean less time spent in your pregnancy worrying and panicking about birth. So that wraps up this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, Mama.